Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner. Welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Anthony Iannarino, the author of this brand new book, The Art of Closing Sales. What I like about it is that you spend a lot of time addressing the obstacles on the way to the close. For example, answering, why should I change?
This is probably one of the more challenging commitments that we have to gain on the way to the close. And for a long time, we've taught and trained and developed salespeople as if the final close was the difficult one that we had to ask for. And really, when you do everything right up to that point, that's an easy close. You just say, something like, look, it feels like we've got this exactly right. And unless you have any other concerns, I'd like to ask you for your business and I'd like to give you a contract. And then we can get started. I mean, it's just natural. But this one is a hard one because this means that they have to disrupt what they're doing inside their own organization. People have to change things. You're changing suppliers. You're changing the solution. You're doing something totally new. And this is the one where people really start to fall out of the process. So we have to have a conversation about, does it make sense for you to do this kind of change now? Do you have the bandwidth and the resources? Is it the right time to do this? And is the rest of the organization prepared to come along with us in this kind of a change?
There's also a part where you address all the financial concerns. And one of the biggest concerns, it's not in the budget. How do you respond to that?
This is probably another area where we've done such a good job teaching people BANT, that they think that the budget is a consideration, when most of the time when we're proposing a change, there is no budget. And I think we have to have a conversation to say, if it's important for you to get these outcomes, we're going to have to find the investment. And where can we find that? And how do I help you find the money that you need to move your organization forward? The time to talk about it is before you design the solution, so you make sure that you're taking the true financial constraints into consideration.
Anthony, give me 3 reasons why sales managers should give this book to everyone on their sales force.
The very first reason why is that all of the literature around closing focuses just on the final ask. So this is the first book that literally lays out the 10 commitments that you have to ask. There's 8 of them that come before the final ask and 1 after, the one to execute. And so you'll be giving your sales force a book that allows them to truly understand what has to happen. Number 2, when they arm their sales force with this, they're going to be able to look at their sales process and their forecast in a very, very different light. They're going to be able to look at this and say, okay, do we have the commitment that suggests that they already agree that this is the right solution, and have they committed to having another meeting with us? And when you look at a lot of pipelines, the commitment to change hasn't been made, and there are commitments that are missing. And so when you relook at the pipeline and the forecast and you notice that you're missing the commitments, you can push back and go back and cover that ground to make sure that you're actually moving a deal forward. The third main reason I would say is that if you buy the book in bulk for your team, you're going to get a workbook that comes along with it so that you can do the work with that team to help them understand what language choices they might make to ask for these commitments and to understand where they fit in your sales process. And you're also going to get a series of videos that you can use as training resources, because we wanted to put something together that's more than just a book.
So in my book, The Lost Art of Closing is A++. You're the head of the class right now. You have a wonderful blog, the Sales Blog, which is a great name to remember. You have over 100,000 subscribers to that. So when you Google Iannarino, he'll come up as number 1.